Greetings, and you belong to the bog now. We're getting in here on day 2000, which means we're gonna need an armor stand and a new set of armor before we start this world tour. Well, I may as well just grab the armor from right here. Or, I guess the helmet that we decided to grab. But nevertheless, how's everyone doing on this glorious day? Day 2000 in Hardcore Minecraft. I'm excited to do the world tour. I hope you guys are excited for the world tour. Galaxy Streams, what's up, man? How you doing with the Yo Bog? Ah, it's got thorns. Just break. Alright. We're going to be wearing this new helmet. And I'm going to be tossing. I'm so great. That's awesome to hear. On last episode, or last stream, we built this nice door. It kind of looks a little borked on this side, but, you know, we made a nice little door. Got a little button over here. Close or open it up. So that's real nice. And, let me place this armor stand down somewhere, because I'm definitely going to need to place it down. I don't want to be holding on to it. We'll put it by our bed. Yeah, it's still in the nighttime of day 1999. But, you know, all I gotta do is just take a little nap, and then we can begin our tour. So I hope everyone's excited for that. Day 2000. We've done it. 2000 days in Hardcore Minecraft, guys. Astonishing. Amazing. Fantastic. It really is, overall, been a crazy experience. We spawned in right around here where this giant pit is. I dug it out because, well, I was thinking about, you know, building this area. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm in a mess. We gotta get out of this mess. I was thinking about digging out this, like, entire area and then, like, transforming it. So whenever I happen to go through the end portal, we would just, you know, spawn in a cool looking, like, platform. You know, if we happen to, you know, forget to sleep in a bed, or it would be, like, break our bed. But yeah, we ended up spawning here on day 1, and right next to a village, we decided to immediately get day 1 ENX04 iron farm started. The iron farm didn't last too long. It lasted probably 40 days until it broke. But once we got that thing set up and going, once we got enough iron to actually build a hopper and get a bucket, we then changed it from, you know, the suffocation method to the lava method. And that's when we were able to go more automatic with things, which is great. But then we immediately were like, alright, I need diamonds. So we decided to build down here. This is our little cave that we decided to mine down into. This hole wasn't here, that was mined later on. But along with this hole too. It was just when we needed some diorite and things like that. But we dug down. We dug all the way down into the bedrock layer in order to just madman, mad lad, and crazified look for diamonds. We spent hours, and I mean hours. I mean, our first stream in this world was at day 28. That was when we had all of our armor in the diamonds department all figured out and whatnot. This is the first place that we destroy the wither, right here. This was around day. Give me a moment. It might have been day 800 or 600. That's where they're coming to my head with those. So this is where we spent a lot of time strip mining, just going, as you can imagine, back and forth and back, looking for the diamonds. It is very extensive through here. We spent a lot of time. Here's where we defeated another wither. And there's more down that way, and also that way, where we've defeated withers. All of the withers that we've defeated so far in this world have been legitimately. No suffocation techniques, nothing like that. But in doing all of our mining, we did use a little bit of chunk base, because I was very interested in where, some easy XP would be. Not gonna lie, guys. I'm being honest here. And I found a double spawner. So I dug off of my trail down into the double spider spawner that was over here. So this is the roof of the spider spawner, number 1. And, got this water source here for digging things out. It was around day 48 that we decided to make this double spider spawner. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna be 100% honest. This was so scuffed for getting XP that I literally the next day after we streamed making this spider farm, I literally made a mob farm in the sky. It was literally the next day. That's how poor it really was in the beginning. I've since upgraded it because I really needed string for the Nether project for making the Wither skeleton farm. So, and the reason why we needed string is to make scaffolding, because scaffolding is actually the quickest way to remove lava, sadly. Methods by redstone are good, and they do work. It's kind of hard to get them to stop where you need them to stop. So they kind of go out of the, what's it called, render distance, and they just break, and you gotta rebuild them, and it takes, time to rebuild them. So the fastest thing really is scaffolding. Very odd, I know. I gotta stop picking up random stuff. But the next thing we built, oh Jesus, I went right into the Nether before explaining what happened after we gained our XP. I was actually eager as a gazelle. I don't know what's eager. But after we got all of our XP, we needed to spend it somewhere, right? We needed to spend that XP somewhere. We can't just be XP rich and not have OP armor. So we built what once was our first enchantment table setup area. This is where we had our enchantment table. While we were living somewhat out of this village, not really too much. We also had Brad. This is where Brad was living for a lot of this time, since we didn't really have a library for him to live in just yet and to own. Since Brad is our Giga Chad, since his trades. So in our last hardcore world, we had Chad, who sold us a mending book off of our literal first placement of our lectern, which was absolutely bonkers. I mean, it really was. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get mending here, and I literally I think I said that, and then we literally got mending, and I was like, yo, this dude is a Chad, and then he started selling me some better stuff. So in lieu of it not being the same name, we went with Brad in this world. So Brad was born, and Brad, his trades are actually Giga Chad, and we'll get over to that because the next thing that we actually built was the sugarcane farm. Yes, that's right. We then built the sugarcane farm, and that's the earliest dated farm that we have in the world. So that is probably actually 2 days before I started the world, if I'm being honest. After going back and looking at the recording, give me that. No wonder we're losing a little bit. After looking at the recordings, it looked like this was actually built 2 days probably after the world had started. So on 1106 is when this world was created. That's very fantastic. It's been 4 months, guys. Can you believe that? But yeah, so we had to go into the Nether, and in order to build that, we ran right into the Nether. I want to say right here, and literally right next to us. I mean, with our spawn being so open and so, visible and things like that, we were just like, okay, Nether quartz. I want to say, no, that was a ghast explosion. I think there was some quartz right here, and right here. There might have been some over here, but these look like explosions and me getting up. But yeah, we grabbed the quartz and then we went, I think, immediately right back into the portal. But let me check this date real fast. Make sure I got everything straight. Okay, yeah. So this wasn't immediately after. Oh crap! I'm trying to let those things despawn. Pretty funny. But yeah, we made this thing super early on. I want to say that we made this thing earlier on than our gold farm, which is hilarious. Just because I thought it'd be a challenge. I wanted to give myself a challenge in the hardcore world, just because I was kind of bored a little bit when it came to being challenged. Because it felt really simple. And then the next thing we made is this little contraption. Oops. Because I needed wheat for not wheat, carrots. I needed carrots. That's what it was. I needed carrots at the time for our bog breeder. So after we made this little hut to kind of like store all our stuff on the, what was it? It was right after we made the iron farm, because we were like, oh, I want to be able to access this iron farm. It was iron, but it did, and then I wanted to be able to, kind of shelter myself in a sense, while being able to grab the iron from it. I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about building this building. Oh my goodness. This is our little hut. That's why we've got all of our totems up here. Because now it's a totem shack, for lack of better terms. But yeah, so we built this little hut around the iron farm in order to give ourselves a little place to sleep at night and whatnot. Then we built this in order to get working on our bog breeder. That was the next thing we decided to work on. And around the time of getting the idea for the bog breeder, we started building the wall of appreciation from the bottom up. Because I needed some food. I needed food for living in the bog. You know what I'm saying? Like I was starting to get starved, more or less. So with the bog breeder needing to be made and having a whole bunch of XP and trying to stay very safe per se when it came to playing the game. So I didn't really do a whole lot of caving and looking for diamonds from the caves. I more or less did strip mining to stay safe until I got the perfect enchants that I wanted. So once we got that done, we went over to the bog breeder and got that thing situated. So I came right over here. I was like, I want this kind of like on the outskirts of the bog, but still working, while I'm building a library, because I wanted Brad to finally have a place to live. So then we built the bog breeder, which did not take long. I noticed that a bunch of the villagers were starting to die off because I didn't keep them too safe in their houses. So I was like, I gotta get these guys over here, and I gotta get them. What the? Oh, hello. Where is your? Hold on. Let me make sure this guy doesn't despawn. I kind of need camels. I've been thinking about this for a minute. I kind of need camels. And you might be wondering, Bog, why do you need camels? And it's because, you know, we got to get the achievement for... I don't know why I grabbed two of them. I literally only need one of them. We need the achievement for breeding two of every... oh, jeez. That was some insane lag. For breeding every thing. So let's just call it... let's just go with... Shibam. Yep, that'll be the name of our camel here. Not camel, llama. Jeez, I don't know why I'm calling it a camel. That is not what it is. But yeah, I needed to, you know, breed these dudes. So I'm just gonna Shabam. There you are. Now you're not gonna go anywhere. We'll end up, you know, gathering Shabam at some point. It'll be fun looking for him later on in these days. So yeah, we built the breeder, and then we got our villagers. Actually, we got them over by boat. That was what we did. We actually boated them over, and we went all the way around instead of, you know, cutting right through. It was pretty hilarious, if you ask me. Just because, like, the water was closer over there. And then we railed them all the way into the bog breeder, which we then, once we got that thing set up, we then immediately built a nice little house. Actually, more like a walls, not necessarily a house. We built like the walls for our library, where we decided to finally make our armor OP. I need more decor in here. We'll get to that at some point for sure. It needs some decor. And then we built the bog breeder, or the crop farm, on the next day. So that's very exciting. Got the we got our food supply. Oh jeez. We got our food supply set up. I didn't realize I had so much food. I'm gonna turn this all into bone meal. That's for sure. Let's do that very fast. So yeah, maybe not all of it, but we got our food supply set up so that we could tackle looking for the end. So once we got all of our enchantments, our enchantment books set up, and once we finished re-rolling for decent enchantments on our gear and stuff, over by the enchanting table, it was time for us to make an iron farm, because we needed to start getting our iron supply set up. Since our iron farm broke around day 48, we were like, dude, we really need an iron farm. We can't just keep living in this world without an iron farm. Am I right? So that's when we built our first thing for our iron farm on the next couple days, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. You know, this thing has just been running constantly for months. Well, not on end. It's definitely. So I checked my game stats, and I've been playing Minecraft for 30 days straight, like a whole month straight. Pretty. Maybe that's a little much, but hey. Yeah, and after making this, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess this was, yes, like I said, I did build this right after the sugarcane farm, like I said, because we needed the XP, because that spider farm was just not good enough. If you guys have ever used this kind of a farm, if you ever build a mob farm in a desert, that is where you want to build it, right? You want to build your mob farms in the desert because they spawn barely any zombies. They have a 5% chance to spawn zombies. And the reason, because it only has a 5% chance to spawn a zombie, is because husks spawn in place of zombies. And I love how we just got literally 2 zombies right there, so it doesn't even seem like. But yeah, so that's why. Husks can only spawn when they're exposed to sunlight. And so that lessens the chance for it has a 95% chance for a husk to spawn, so that's why it's only a 5% chance for a zombie. Cool, huh? And that's just for the desert biome. And then it spawns more creepers and skeletons at that rate. And since we have a certain array for how things are patterned, no spiders spawn. Also very cool. So continuing on our world tour, I forgot to mention that a very integral part to our success in obtaining all of the things that we needed was this village. This village provided so much help for us getting early game food. It helped us getting some different trades. You know, things like that. What else? What else? Um, it helped us get mending, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's who's here. Excuse me, sir. I need to sleep in this bed. Trust me, it's better that I sleep in this bed than you. Um, so we actually let's see. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where is he at? There should be a OP librarian here. I don't think I ever gave him a name. There he is. There he is. This is our guy. He was our mending guy for the first. Okay, hold on. This guy wants to give me his trident. Excuse me. I didn't get his trident. I was hoping I would have by saying it. You know, try to talk it into real life, but it didn't happen. That's all right. There we go. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, that was a close one. Sir, I'm not trying to break this. Thank you. I didn't want to break the thing. Not gonna lie, I didn't want to. Okay, so yeah, this village was super integral in our first 100 days of Minecraft. It made sure that we were able to survive, get our mending books, and our unbreaking. Oddly enough, at the time, nice little rainbow in the background. Hope you all enjoy it. But yeah, after we finished up that, we then moved on to, I want to say, it was breaking a roof in the Nether and beating the game. I think that this is around the time then we decided to beat the game because we had our library set up and we had our um yeah, 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 this is definitely around the time when we decided to beat the game. So I actually want to recap this because I think it's super hilarious. So when we went to the stronghold, and I'll show you guys the why this is so hilarious, is when we went to the stronghold, we here let me just show you. You see that right there? This portal was our stronghold portal. Once we got to the end, so we went to the end because we wanted um, books. We wanted a whole bunch of bookshelves. I wanted a whole bunch of bookshelves because I could trade those to villagers in order to get things like that. So our first hilarious thing is when we came here, we only had four, and we decided, you know, all right, we're gonna take Nether Travel Home, right? Nether Travel Home was the way, right? Right. Okay, so we decided to make this Nether portal, which took us kind of a minute to build. I don't know why, it just did. So we went through the portal, and we were like uber shocked that we spawned with two obsidian blocks on either side, and what else? And two obsidian blocks on either side, and over a lava lake. I was like, what kind of spawn is this? So, and then the next hilarious thing about going to the end when we actually wanted to beat the game, we threw our last iVendor before placing it. We misclicked. I think we clicked here on this block instead of right in front of us, and that was it. So it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. So we beat the game. We defeated the Ender Dragon, and we conquered our first ever um uh what are they called? End cities? Oh Jesus! Oh God! I looked at him. Stop using fireworks, Bog. Stop using fireworks. Um, and at our first ever end city, we ended up taking it to the extreme and turning it into a what are they called? A shulker farm. So that is something we'll get to a little bit later. I just figured it would fit the theme that we'd, you know, teleport to the end and kind of talk about that little journey of, you know, building the, or actually taking out the Ender Dragon and then heading home. Um, yeah. So, flying down we are doing. And we are, oh, I guess I slept here. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so we're back here, back at it again with those tasty jams. And let's head home very fast. I forgot to grab a bunch of rockets before starting the tour. Uh, Once we finished that, we decided to build, I want to say, our bee farm next. That was our next build on the list of things to do. Because it was our time to decide. I think we finished the wall of appreciation too, and we started adding names to it, and then we added the bee farm. Mm-hmm. Well, this was just just the standing walls, and the path was all starting to form. Before I get ahead of myself with the bee farm, actually, never mind, not ahead of myself. We built this bee farm, and then after building the bee farm, which I'm gonna look for there it is. See, we built the bee farm, and then we decided on that same day, since the bee farm was relatively easy to build, and we needed to AFK in the area for our bee supplies in the form of honey. That's what I mean. We decided to build our mega smelter. Our mega smelter was then set up and built on what I'm pretty sure is, yes, the same day. Check it out. See, on the same day we built the mega smelter. Alright, let me get something to drink here. I've been talking like constantly for 26 minutes. Crispy. Alright, so continuing the tour, after building our amazing, good thing this little guy got off of his lead. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Actually, I am, because I can see him. Stay here, man. Stay here. I think the next thing we built and started working on, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was our. Oh, where did I put my phone? I think it was we decided we wanted to expand our sugarcane farm, so we expanded the sugarcane farm, and I think we might have expanded the iron farm at this point. I think that might have happened. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I think maybe around this time. I built a gold farm. Let me double check, because I'm pretty sure this is around the time that I started building my gold farm. And I think it is. Which is hyper exciting. Let's head over to, because I broke some bedrock. Like, after we beat the game, right? We got our elytra, and I was like, well, now that I can fly, I think it's time for me to start mapping out some stuff and finding all these other things, right? So gold farms, the raid farm, yep. And then I built a gold farm. Yep, that was literally the next thing I built. So, and then once we broke like a hole to the nether roof, I don't know why we decided to build it on top of the on top of this thing here, but we did. That was a very interesting choice, I must say so myself. So once we broke a hole into the bedrock, we were then deciding on building a gold farm. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I did honestly go with the first gold farm that I saw because I knew it worked. That's why we chose it. Forgot to grab fireworks. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty stupid at times, but not as dumb as this villager. What are you doing out here, my buddy? What are you doing out here? I mean, the bog's open, but oh well, he'll forever be out here. That's hilarious. But yeah, then we built this gold farm after creating all of our other farms. Yes, before building it was just after building the where's it at? Yeah, 17. Yeah, it was just before building the last farm I talked about, which was the upgrading the iron farm. It was just before upgrading the iron farm. And then, after that, after upgrading the iron farm, I'm gonna base jump all the way down like a crazy person. And ask this guy, hey, what are you doing out here, bud? I think you're supposed to be going over here and through this portal. You can't really. You have to like jump up to the portal, my guy. No? You like the nether? You like it dark and red? Okay. I'm not one to judge. I'll build in the nether at some point. Um. Also, what do you guys think about me doing another map? I think I'm gonna do another map here soon. So, yeah, 100%. I'm gonna do another map. Okay. Yeah, I just thought about that. That would be literally genius. Okay. So yeah, after spending like 2 days, I want to say it was on that gold farm, then we upgraded the iron farm, and then that is when Project Auto Storage began. That is when we started chopping down a bunch of mangrove. I want to say this was before we decided to burn down the bog a little bit, just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. And this is when we started building our home, our auto storage home. This is our home. This is where we live. That's why I might end up moving our bee farm, but try to keep like things that don't create lag. Like I know hoppers create lag, so that might be something that we're getting rid of is all the hoppers. Maybe we can keep the sign posted here because it's just on a block, right? And then keep the remnants. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. For the future. I figured, but we're talking about what's happening right now. So yeah, we started working on this. We mapped it all out with mangrove roots because that was a lot of things we were getting from all the chopping, and yeah. So once we finished that, once we destroyed all that stuff, I'm gonna grab some fireworks. We literally only have 5. Okay. Literally only have 5. And then we built the piglin bartering farm. So after we like started building like some of our clearing out some path there for our auto sorter home, we then decided to head back to the nether because we felt a lot more safe, knowing that we had elytra, we had, a better game sense, we had a better situational awareness of the nether, and we know we were doing really well. This is when we built this. This is our first ever building that we fully completed in our world. And as you can tell from when we checked the date earlier, so we're somewhat in the right order. Good thing, good thing, good thing. But yeah, it's since got like minor details to it, but I have barely touched this thing. This is basically one of our first builds in the world that was absolutely fully complete in the sense of decoration, in the sense of farm completeness, and I even put a roof on it, like right off the rip. I almost never put roofs on stuff right off the rip. So that's pretty hilarious. Um, let's see. And I want to say the next portion of this is me building a farm. Hold on. Give me one moment. One moment, please. Sorry about this, guys. Got a weird notification thing. Oh, crap. I'm making so many mistakes. Why? Hmm. Okay, well, sorry about that. Back to what I was saying is after that we then began working on our raid farm because I'm pretty sure that's when we had enough um, had enough, what's it called? Had enough, honey. We had enough honey to build the raid farm. So, flying up here, we're going to go to this stacked raid farm that we started building, which is a Chapman design. Now, this raid farm, it actually took us probably like, let me get a good guesstimate here for you guys. It probably took like 100 days, close to make. Yeah, it probably took really close to 100 days. Now, do you see all these portals in between? All these portals actually don't really mean anything, which is actually kind of hilarious if you ask me. They actually don't really mean anything. They're just kind of like placeholders, like markers per se, for getting to for getting to this one. Sorry, this one was the raid farm. So we decided to find a spot by portaling out a certain distance, right? And basically, let me get on top of this tree so I can chill and say my little spiel. So basically, we wanted to find a an ocean. That's basically what you want when you're making a raid farm. So we needed an ocean with no land around it, and that's basically what we were doing by continuously spawning other portals. And then bada bing, bada boom, we found our thing, and here is our raid farm. Guys, check out our raid farm. This is our stacked raid farm. Yep, 1122. See, it was our next farm. That's kind of in line. It took us a couple days to actually make, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it took us 3 streams to do, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, definitely, if I'm not mistaken, that's how long it took us to do that. We have our special swords here. Enrichment, because it'll make us super rich when we use it for the raid farm. Creative name, I know, it's funny. Kill, just move. Yeah, and sometimes this thing happens to, not filter out. So we got the flush button over here. I'm gonna walk a bit of the way because I don't want to be screaming. And I also got a free hero of the village. Let's go. That's kind of cool. I'll take that. But yeah, I'm not trying to spawn any Vexes or anything like that, but this is our like storage area. I probably could chop it off right here, and it might work better because sometimes it lags and spawns Vexes. But I mean, it produces, guys. I mean, I have most things taken out of here, but it produces. Back, yeah, I have so many totems left over here too. So you just know that it's. Let's actually take one. Take one for the road. Why not, right? Like just this will be our 2,000 days totem. Let's put it like right here in the corner, and we'll remember that's our 2,000 days totem. I'm gonna put that one on, maybe name it or something. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? But yeah. Check this bad boy out. What in the world? So there's 5 villagers involved, one all the way up there, which I also think it might be lagging because the villager's not inside the composter. Do we hear the village 5 by chance? I don't hear the village 5 if we can get it. That'd be kind of cool. Here, let me turn down these hostile mobs for a hot second, guys. I just think it'd be funny to get the hero of the village. 5. Although it seems like we're only getting 3, so I may as well leave it at 3. Whatever. All right. Well, just trying to be funny here. Moving on. After you guys might be wondering though, before I actually move on, because this raid farm did take a long time to build. So before moving on, you guys might be wondering, Bog, where'd you get the villagers? I don't see any rails. There were no rails to the portal or anything like that because you don't really clean up a whole lot. And you know what, viewer, you would be right. I definitely do. I definitely do. You would be right. But disregard everything I just said because I'm I'm stumbling over my own words. Anyway, you would be right though, because I would not clean them up, and the best place that I had found to grab the villagers was from a nearby village. So, and the way we got the villagers over there was actually by boat, if you can believe it. It was by boat. So, ow. So, we came over here, and this village is now abandoned. So, something that we could do in our world, and it would be super lore-tastic, would be to. That's genius. It would be to. Actually, I need some of these. I don't think I have any sweet berries, to be honest. But it would be great to actually turn this into an abandoned village, because I had taken it over, and everyone from the village, see, even the guys over here, down in their safe hole, they were not safe for me. Mostly because one of our villagers died on the way to suffocation. I mean, I don't know how that's even possible, but I don't know if I have that kitty, but I might have to come back for that kitty. Hmm. Either way, back to it. Yeah, this was the village that we kind of ransacked for villagers, and now they are a part of the raid farm. They're part of game mechanics. Let's go, dude. So yeah, I might take this. I might use this. I keep picking up things I might need. But yeah, after making the raid farm, after making that raid farm, we then gotta make sure I'm going in the right direction, so that doesn't look right. Yeah, this way. It's this way. Let's up our video settings. Why is it only 12 chunks? I usually have it at like 18. Let's go to 20, just for making for aesthetic reasons, unless things actually start lagging. But that's when we decide, after we got redstone rich in hardcore Minecraft. Basically, that's what happened with the raid farm. Even though we're not necessarily that redstone rich, but let's not dive too deep into the definition of redstone rich. We definitely got emerald rich. That definitely happened. That 100 billion% happened. Break this and try to like a champion. Our next thing that we decided to make was a shulker unloader and the whatever it's called. And I think what I did do off stream a lot was, I think I built a lot of the auto sorter off stream because it was very mundane and very repetitive, and I just didn't have a whole lot of energy off of that. And I felt like it'd be a lot better to just do that in a sense where it was off stream. It just felt so mundane and boring. I just didn't want to subject to that, guys. And my content was really it just had to be done. It was one of those, it just kind of has to be done things. All right, enough talking about that. But we ended up finishing like the auto sorter, right? And getting a little bit of detail in. So we needed like a shulker unloader, because like I could just like place the shulker box on here and break it. So then we built our shulker unloader in order to filter out stuff for the bog. And let me tell you, if you don't have a shulker unloader in your hardcore world and you have an auto sorter, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? But yeah, after building the shulker unloader, we then built the ENX04 versatile tree farm. Yes, a lot of our builds are from ENX04, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, a lot of that stuff does come from ENX04. And yeah, the next thing was we had a little bit of an expansion to the bog. So I want to say what I did is I built this cleric's den next, and this cleric's den wasn't always complete. Actually, all of my builds usually start slow and then they get built up. And if you guys ever do want your name in the hardcore world, all you gotta do is chat and then remind me to put your name into the cleric's den, because we've got all chatters in the cleric's den. So if you chat and you want your name in here, then we get you in there and you're part of the world. But this used to just be an obsidian one floor house, no stairs type of ordeal, and I mean it always had the back porch because I think that looked really nice. And we decided to toss a couple of villagers in here. One of them has been here forever, and another is relatively speaking new. We had one named John Doe because he decided to turn up dead, and then we had to or get him back to normal. Um, let's see. After finishing the library, we put in a fountain, and then we decided they needed a second floor. So we added a second floor. I'm pretty sure they got that, and we started putting in our pathways. Our pathways are starting to get a little mossy, as you guys can tell. I mean, it's because that's just because the world is aging. So after we had a little bit of fun with villagers, around day 500, I was, getting tired of building farms and building them slowly because I didn't have Swift Sneak, because I'm not a bridge builder. I've never really done any PvP or anything like that. But, then we decided it's time to raid an ancient city. So I placed down a plaque to remind me of the day we had raided an ancient city and gotten the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Swift Sneak 3. That's right, guys. That's when we got Swift Sneak 3. It was on 11:30, about 20 days into the hardcore series. Then we raided an ancient city. I don't think we saw a warden. We might have. I'm pretty sure we didn't. That's also where we got a bunch of our notch apples. And we started decorating this place a little bit more, which is very fantastic. So after that hunt began, it was time for us to take, because it felt like we were experiencing a lot of lag over here in this portion of the bog. So I decided, I think it's done. I think we're done here with having all these villagers and all these farms near our base, because they're kind of generating a whole lot of lag, right? So I decided, you know what, we'll go a distance until we're out of the simulation distance from the bog that is our base. So we'll have our base bog, and then we'll have the village bog. Kind of like almost districts, and everything's interconnected. So we come down here, and this is where I want to say we started making our farm for golden carrots, or villager farm. I mean, they're villagers, they're farmers. That's all, I'm not really sure exactly. We actually more recently put in this roof for this 2000 days video, so I'll go entirely, and that's why I'm showing it off in its entirety. But yeah, as I was saying, new guy. What's up, new guy? There shouldn't be any new guys in. Wonder where he came from. But very interesting, very very interesting. Also, you can sell them beetroots. That's interesting. Back to the Oh, well, thank you for the cookies, guys. Delicious. I will eat that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll take the cookies. It'll turn into bone meal. But yeah, then we after we decided to set up for golden carrots being our new food source in the bog, and finally got rid of the potatoes, baked potatoes, we walked over here, and I think that's where we built this new nether portal to the nether roof to make things a lot easier, and also put in our bamboo farm. So right around here, gotta find where I put that. There it is. On the first, this is our first farm in December. The bamboo farm. I want to say it was around day 550 when we made this. So, yeah, very exciting. And after we made this bamboo farm, I think the reason why we made the bamboo farm is because we heard that bamboo was going to be turned into a wood source. And I was like, bruh, no way. I don't have to spend my beautiful wood on anything but building. Instead of making it chests, which makes me feel so bad. So, that That's why we built that, which is hilarious if you ask me. Um, but our next trial and tribulation in this world was lights. I wanted lights. And you know what kind of lights I really wanted? You guessed it, since we're heading to the nether. Frog lights. So once we decided to build a portal in the bog and set up wait, do I have a hold on one moment. Pause champ, pause champ, pause champ. I might have built my I might have actually built my wool farm, my rainbow wool farm slightly before building the let me check. Slightly before I'm building the Froglight farm. Oh my gosh, I guess we built this, yes, before. Interesting. Oh, I know why I didn't make a whole video about it. I didn't make a whole video about it because it just seemed, relatively speaking, minute. You know, Little Shepherd's Den, Little Shepherd's Hole didn't really seem like that hardcore of a farm. Like everyone's seen a wool farm. You know, I felt like it didn't really need a video. I think that's why I didn't make like a dedicated stream to it. But yeah, that was around the time, just slightly before making our bamboo farm, we built this. And then I think that's when we started working on it. Because now that I'm recalling, we had put our nether portal on top. It actually had spawned on top of the... it spawned on top of the house there. And that's where we were jumping frogs up there to... Stop holding stuff. Get over here. Okay. Yeah, they were just jumping up there, you know? We had to like jump them up there. I mean, it was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. It was very funny. But yeah. After that, after we had set all that stuff up, that was when we began working on the Froglight farm. And the Froglight farm was quite the endeavor, if I do say so myself. Reason being is powdered snow takes a millennia in order to fill up into a cauldron. So, and that was something we needed for our type of Froglight farm. So how our Froglight farm is set up is, if I go, I want to say it's to this portal right here. This is where we decided to get our, I want to say green frogs? This is where we got our green frogs to teleport into the nether. Yes, sirree. There's our green frog buddy. One that didn't make it through. I mean, we only needed 7, so that's why he probably didn't come with us, because we didn't need it. But around here somewhere, we have our cauldron powdered snow area, which is kind of integral to making all the Froglight farm. Which I'll probably end up having to go back to the raid farm to show you guys. That's kind of something that'll probably need to happen. Please go away, sir. Go away. Be gone. So yeah, this is where we got our green frogs. And where did we get our orange frogs is the question. Nope, that's not it. Either way. I'm pretty sure... Oh, actually, it might have been through here. It might have been through here. Because I was like, yeah, you know what? This portal will actually have some uses. Yep. Yep, it was. Yeah, it was. This is supposed to be just a place where I was like, oh, wait a second. There's no... what's it called? There's no open ocean here. And then I just went through the portal and left. I might have grabbed some sunflowers too while I was here. And maybe hit up this ruined portal. I'm about to double check that one. It looks like I would have, because this thing's huge and it totally would have had gold at the top. Yeah, so there's some stairs here. Okay. You know, you gotta check. You always gotta check, am I right? Alright, so after, you know, breeding the frogs and, you know, getting that all situated, having all the colors that we needed, it was time for us to move on to building the farm, right? But you might be wondering, hey Bog, where in the world did you build this farm? I don't see anything up here on the nether roof for any like magma spawns, and wasn't there a basalt delta kind of close to home? And absolutely, you would be right, viewer. Good job. That was not in a demeaning way at all, but like, absolutely, you are so correct. So where we placed our magma or our froglight farm is actually in one of the most dangerous, because you know me, I'm Bog and I like a challenge here and there. We decided to conquer a treasure bastion. Yes, a treasure bastion. One of which that homes the infamous Magma Cube spawner. Yes, sirree. And howdy do, Magma Cube spawner inside said treasure bastion that spawned hyper close to our spawn. So right down in here, as I, show this off, we had conquered this bad boy of a Mamma Jamma, and I hope took all the loot. So then we fly down here, and this is our little AFK zone right here for our froglight thing. This is just where we stand so that the spawner works. Yeah, as you can see right here, I broke the farm accidentally. I broke the farm, guys. I'm gonna have to go fix that at some point. And at some point is sadly when more frogs are gone, so I can put blocks inside there again. But yeah, this is around the time where it took us 2 days from the bamboo farm to build this thing, because usually we place down the signs when we're finished with a farm. And yeah, that was when we finished it, 2 days after the bamboo farm, which I'm pretty sure this definitely took 2 days to build. It was kind of nuts, if you ask me. I still got some frog lights in here, which is always nice. What else? No frogs. And the reason why I said sadly the frogs are gonna have to die is because they're dying to the powdered snow by standing on it, and their like little toenails are getting frozen from it, which is super super sad. But yeah, after that we did a 600k tour, a 600 day, not 600k, a 600 day tour, which is pretty cool. I don't think we did anything crazy, and I think the reason why we did a 600-day tour is because we went on vacation, and when we got back, I was feeling very nostalgic and wanted to really get into the Minecraft mood, and I was feeling very like it was a whole week away from Minecraft. I was like, I want to show everything off again. But after that, it leads us to our next destination, which is one of our WIPs, one of our work in where in the heck is, I keep getting mixed up here. Here it is. It leads us to one of our work in progresses, one of our major projects, the best one-dimensional gunpowder farm in the game, created by Ilmango's Void Skyblock series. It's meant to be a void farm, but if you just build it in the sky or away from the ground, that's basically close enough, if I'm not mistaken. There's some discrepancies because you want to be closer to bedrock and things like that for more 100% efficient farms, but as you can tell with the lag right here. Oh geez, here I'm actually gonna lower the render distance. Look, we're not even hearing any of these clicks here. That's how laggy it is. It's pretty intense. So this is Ilmango's gunpowder farm, but tweaked in a sense where I've added a modification to it. So right here, right down the middle, as you can hear, no firework went off because there's just an insane level of mine carts and things like that going off. Right here down this middle is his farm. So he basically has like a glass block right here and whatnot. But so if I stand up here, you can get the scale of the farm a lot better. So it is a massive one. It's literally all the way to the despawn sphere, from standing atop of that location there. We started putting in, what are they called? The slab border, in spots where the farm is completely complete. I'm currently not running Fabric Loader, so I can't really show you the despawn sphere. But trust me, as this is a huge project. And the reason why it's so huge is look at this madness. What is going on in here? You guys might be asking yourselves, what is going on here, Bug? And I can explain it, relatively speaking, somewhat well. So we got these trapdoors right here, right? You see those trapdoors? Those prevent spiders from spawning. Now up here we have these trapdoors, which make sure only creepers can spawn. So now we have isolated only mob spawns that can only be creepers. Now that we've done that, we've taken away all other ability for other mobs to spawn. We give them a place to die, and how we're killing them. That's something we have to figure out, right? How are we gonna kill them? We're killing them via suffocation, and you might be wondering, well, why is the lava inside that cauldron? And the easiest solution is once two creepers get inside of a boat, because sometimes they'll spawn and they won't fit into just one minecart, but if there's a boat inside of a minecart, it can pick up two things. So once that second creeper gets inside that boat, that's when they can take the tick damage from the cauldron lava. And oddly enough, lava doesn't alone, as just a lava source, doesn't burn mobs faster than lava inside of a cauldron does. Very weird and very interesting. So, yeah, that's why we use the lava cauldron there. And yeah, it's basically just you got your drops. There's a lot of hoppers. There's a lot of hoppers, guys. This is big with hoppers. But yeah. So my design, as I was mentioning, why it's slightly different is I caught on fire. Is because we've got this offset, this skew. Instead of making a spot. Oh, this is so weird. The volume's going in and out randomly. But they're instead of having like a little glass piece in between here and making and having only 1, 2, 3 spawns that they can spot, or spawns that they can spawn, we are trying to make it this entire row that they can spawn instead of missing out on 2 of an entire 5 module. So it should be somewhat more efficient when it's already a 600k per hour farm, but obviously the farm's not done. We haven't hit all the way over there. We haven't, the game's not completely borked yet. It's starting to get borked. For sure, it's starting to get borked. But I'm basically just putting this ring here just to get a scale for the despawn sphere, so I can always keep Optifine on when building here, because I do like having Optifine on. And now let me tell you all about a little project I'm working on that I wouldn't say it's like a secret or anything, but it definitely is something I don't do too often on stream. Hopefully I'm going the right direction, which I think I am. And right over here we have an army, yes, an army of brown pandas. Let's go, everyone, let's go. Let's roll. Yes, this guy's stoked as we are. So, yeah, it's great. I want to make a panda sanctuary so that we can, house all these brown pandas. And then, yeah, I think it'd be sweet, man. Especially, having hundreds of brown pandas. What, dude? Excuse me? Yes? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. But we're going to be moving on to the next portion of this tour, which involves... Give me one moment here, guys. After the gunpowder farm, which actually took over... Jesus. Holy crap, that took a lot. of streams. Caving for iron is then something we did. Um, yeah, let's go over actually one of the places. This is actually pretty interesting. One of the places where we actually got most of our materials once we were geared. We also fought a wither over here, if you guys are wondering. It was around day, what, 1000? I think it was like 1100 or something. There was a wither skeleton fight over there. Or wither, just wither, not wither skeleton, just wither fight. Pretty funny. I think around this time we actually added another layer to this, sugarcane farm. Jesus, my mind was not melding properly. I think maybe the expansion happened. The 20th. Yep. There we go. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let me think. I want to say the next thing we worked on was making a. Holy cow. Was expanding on the bog, perhaps. I think we made a mason's area just to get some blocks to work on the gunpowder farm more hardcore. So then we decided to make a. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So then we made a masonry place in order to get more blocks to use for the gunpowder farm. Because we literally worked on the gunpowder farm for up to 1,000 days. Like there literally was nothing else that we were working on other than getting ready to work on the wither skeleton farm, which is crazy. And then I want to say we had the new year happen, perhaps. Yes, yes, yes. So that's when. Okay, just before building the pumpkin farm, that's when we started our project for the wither skeleton farm. But I want to say also even before we did the wither skeleton farm, that is when we made our guardian farm, which I need to show you guys the guardian farm, which is off in this direction. If I just yeet myself over here. So before we show you the rest of the guardian farm, oh goodness, almost 2 rockets at once. Man, I really am lagging crazily. Yeah, so before we show you the guardian farm, hit you up with one of the. Oh, geez, I made that guardian farm way earlier than what I said. I must have done that during another stream earlier on. Wow. Sorry, guardian farm. I guess I kind of forgot about you with trying to do this in order. My bad. What's up, love?
Nothing.
Okay. That's pretty hilarious. Let me see. Okay, at some point here I also made the better gold farm. And I'm trying to figure out exactly when I made that. But this Guardian farm is an ENX04 design. Hopefully I can find it without having to pull up my F3 menu. So let me fly on over here. I think the main reason why I did post so much about the gunpowder farm is because that was mostly the main project of the streams. The big project that we were working on. Man, we are lagging hardcore for some reason right now. Yikes, hold on. Let me figure out why that would be. Huh. let's do one of the save and quits and reload real fast. Give it some give it a little juice. You know what I'm saying? A little save and quit action. My God, that took forever to save. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so yeah, here we are at the Guardian Farm. So this is an ENX04 design. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be standing like all the way up here. Like at the tippity top of the scaffolding. And when you stand up there, that basically causes the Guardians to not be able to spawn within the range of the... Oh, chill. Within the range of this little sphere here. Or this little platform here, per se. And underneath, we've got a bunch of soul sand pushing it all up. And yeah, that's the farm. They just get teleported to that... What the... They just get teleported to the, that's weird. Whatchamacallit? To that little spot that I showed you guys earlier. That kill chamber. So yeah, continuing on with the, since I forgot about that, overly sadly, since I had forgotten about the Guardian Farm. I'm sorry, Guardian Farm. I didn't mean it. But, yeah. Continuing on with the tour, we probably need to go to the... I think the Nether... I think we are going to postpone the Nether project. Mostly because that could be the last thing we go to on our tour. I would rather, go over the other portions of the bog and how we've gone through things. So I'm basically just going to talk about, I went to the Nether and started blowing up the Nether Fortress with TNT, rather than using TNT dupers, which is regular TNT. It was painstakingly long. But I want to say at some point in between that and this, the Wither Skeleton Farm, blowing up the Nether around Nether Fortress, and the Gunpowder Farm, somewhere in between there, I built this gold farm, and not gonna lie, it was very easy to make, and the reason why it was so easy to make is because I spent some time raiding bastions. Raiding bastions. I was getting really bored of building the Gunpowder Farm, and I needed some hardcore entertainment. So we raided, and if I'm not mistaken, it was like 6 or 7 bastions. And on our last bastion, because obviously I was looking for Pigstep, on our last bastion, we actually got Pigstep. And I was like, oh, heck yeah, dude. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is where that gold farm dumps out to. You guys might be wondering, where's that? What kind of kill chamber? You're not killing anything or anything like that. You'd be absolutely correct. So we're gonna fly on over to. Oh shoot! I think the next portion might act. It's either. Hold on. It's either the egg farm or it's either this farm right here, which I made on the 29th, or it's the gold farm. So I think I made the egg farm, the Fletchers, and the pumpkins all in the same kind of time frame, if I'm not mistaken. I'm doing hardcore remembering, and I'm not the best dude with remembering. And I did do some of my research. Obviously, the beginning of the stream was very well detailed. But, man, I can only do so much preparation. But I did my best. So we're working off of improv now, at its finest. So, look at our Trident farm. That came way, way later, but we will cover it right now, since I don't want to fly back out here again. So, around this time, we actually built, yes, you guessed it, an actual second sugarcane farm. Yeah, you might be wondering, Bog, why the heck did you build a second sugarcane farm? And that's because I spent a lot of time here converting gold nuggets into gold ingots into gold blocks. So, yeah. Uh, I figured all that time spent got me like literally 1.5 stacks of sugarcane. And back then, I was starving for sugarcane, and now I'm no longer starving. But yeah, look at this monstrosity I have here. Like, what is that? What is? I should have just made an auto sorter. I really should have just made an auto sorter. Everything's in the overworld. Most things kind of get clumped up in here or here because it all funnels into four. But it's whatever. Everything gets collected, and that's what matters to me. Um, Even though I do have to dump a lot of stuff on the ground, like this and this and that. But look at all the chickens that actually have been killed. Surprising, huh? 6 plus 4 feathers, so probably more like 4. All right. So moving on, after we had built this gold farm on the 24th, and after spending so much time on the 25th, because I was like, yeah, dude, I spent a lot of time here. Yeah, that's actually how we make our golden apples. Why do I have eggs? So sometime around day 1,500, 600, something like that, we needed a trident. I felt like I was getting so many thunderstorms to happen. Okay, that almost killed me. I was getting so many thunderstorms to happen, right? That I was wasting opportunities. I feel like every time I watch a YouTube video, a person gets late into their hardcore world, they never have a trident in order to, complete all the achievements once they get to wanting to complete all the achievements, right? And I was like, you know what? I should carpe diem, seize the day, right, on these thunderstorms. And the best thing to do is to build a trident farm. So I built this trident farm. Where's the sign? There it is. Trident / copper farm on 115. Since we aren't going to be coming back here, I figured it'd be best to show this thing off. And it's basically, like, in a nutshell, oh gosh. In a nutshell, it's just all water. It's literally all just water. That's literally it. It's all just water. And then it spawns, trident boys. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'm not exactly sure when I made the trident farm. Oh, hold on. Actually, yeah, I do. It was day 1,300. Sorry, it was day 1,370. But before we actually even made the trident farm, I probably should have went over something that we did make, and something that was very integral into producing mass amounts of TNT. And that would be, and you guess it, because we already talked about the creeper farm, it would be a sand duper. So we decided to find a new stronghold, right? And conquer it, basically. Basically just conquer it. So, that's where we're headed right now, is to our sand duper. Oh, wait. Before we even do that, because I forgot to mention, after we it was during the construction of the pumpkin farm here. It was decided that it had been like close to 1,000 days, and I was like, you know what? I've been using Infinity for a long time, and I'm gonna make a Fletcher's Den. So when we made this Fletcher's Den, I decided this was the time where we were going to swap over from a Infinity bow to our new mending bow, Hakar. Hakar is a great vessel for shooting regular spectral arrows, or my favorite, poison arrows. Yes, which is what I should be buying while I'm here, if I'm being honest. But I think I'm going to expand these Fletchers so that I can get arrows of harming, right? Because I want arrows of harming so that I can, have another arrow type that I use. It's looking like I'm gonna need to purchase some arrows too. So excuse me, sir, but I would love to purchase some arrows from you, and that's enough arrows. Holy crap, that was enough arrows. And while we're in the overworld, it would be most smart of me to actually go and actually put this fletching table in here too. That's exactly where I was gonna put it. I'm also gonna put some sweet berries around here. I feel like Fletchers and sweet berries make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you guys, I'm sorry, but it makes sense to me, so I'm gonna do it. It just like over here it just makes so much sense. Like Fletchers and sweet berries, that makes sense to me. Let's see, the cactus farm. I want to say, yeah, it was before the copper farm, but I want to say we also made this on the same day as the pumpkin farm because it was a super. No, it wasn't. No. Lies. The lies. I don't know my own world. No, I mean I do. I'm just being facetious. All right, so we're gonna be heading up to the nether roof to remove a fortress. Or not the fortress. I mean, sorry. Remove portions of a stronghold. Now, I need to pull up my coordinates for this one and make sure I'm going the right direction. Because there should be, I think it's over here actually. There should be a portal out here. And this portal leads us to that weird spawn that you guys saw. Yeah, that weird spawn. Yeah, this weird portal that you guys probably saw. And also, I should mention, I also built a shulker farm too. So the shulker farm is the next thing that we'll get to after we take a gander at our. Oh, please tell me I put a sign somewhere. I would not be doing my due diligence if I didn't put a sign somewhere. Oh, Bog, what are you doing, Bog? No, Bog. I can't believe you've done this, Bog. No sign. A tragedy. Anyway, moving on. Sage, man, Sage. Anyway, moving on. Let's hop into the end and head on over to the. I might have, I might have it here. Wait, pause champ. It might be here. Pause champ. Pause champ. Pause champ. Might be here. Could still be here. I might have put it around the corner or something. I forgot fireworks. That's fine. Oh, I thought I put it right there. We probably don't have it, mate. Nah, that's alright, though. Unless it's down there. It's not. Dang, I can't believe we didn't do our due diligence and throw in a sign. That is not like Bog for a farm. Alright, so flying up and over into the end portal gateway, we land ourselves out here. I am trying to catch my bearings real fast. And I think it's actually over here. Hold on the pause champ a moment. Okay, hold on. If I just go over to the Wither Rose farm and then go from there, I'll be able to find my way. What is going on here? Give me some more chunks. Give me some more chunks in the end. How deep is your love? Is your love? Alrighty, let's see. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so that's right there. Right? Yezuri. Okay, that's right there. Which means if I go this way, it will lead us to our shulker farm. Okay, Sweeto Bambito with a flippin' burrito. Alright, you guys excited for the Shulker farm? Alright, so I put down. Okay, so let me preface this with I do have footage of me building the Shulker farm. The footage I have of me building the Shulker farm is not footage I'm very proud of. We hit max level tilt, and things were very frustrating, if I do say so myself. But we made it on 106. This is when we were like, all right, let's get it. Let's have some fun, all right? And it was, oh my goodness. So this was the first try, as you guys can see here. This was our first try in getting our shulker over here into the farm, which you only need one. You only need one to get the farm started. It's just one shulker that you need to get the farm started. So yeah, we come over here, and that guy, he dies off our Thorns armor, and we're like, you know what? I can do this. I don't have to head home. I can do it without Thorns. It'll be fine. So we got the second guy. We get him up in it. He gets sent all the way over, right? He gets sent all the way over to the right spot. And then I start breaking the blocks, and he just doesn't teleport in. He follows the blocks that I keep breaking, and then lands on the ground randomly. And I'm like, bruh. And then he dies off of my thorns. And I'm like, no! And then we get another guy, because the second guy was down there. And then we get another guy from all the way up top here. And he's the guy that was able to duplicate. You want to know why? We went all the way home, got our non-thorns armor. And man, the flying away. Oh god, the flying away. But this is also the day that we got the achievement for going up 50 blocks by being shot by a homie. One of those dudes. The shulkers. Those homies. The dudes. The shulkers. Alright. So that's very exciting. Very, very exciting. What else do we got next? I think so yeah. After we built the Trident farm, that's when we decided, cuz we finished that farm back there, right? We finished that bad boy. And then we started working more on the bog, if I'm not mistaken. That is what we then decided to do. And I think I wanted to make a slime farm because there was a reason why I needed slime. Oh yeah, I wanted to build TNT dupers to increase the rate at which destroying the nether would go. Like the project would go. Oh man, I passed. It's like somewhere over here, now I'm lost. Stressed out. There it is. Alright, let's head home and head back to the bog so we can continue oh jeez. So we can continue perfect. Continue the tour. How did I miss that last one? Stressed out. Okay. Yeah, so after we finished that, we also we did have a beacon there at one point. Moved it home. To work on our oh wow, I haven't slept yet. Interesting. Makes sense. I don't sleep in Minecraft, so it is what it is. Flying on back home, we covered those farms over in this direction. We've covered the removed sand, we covered all of that. Now, yeah, I think some of the last things are just the slime farm and the just the rest of the bog, I guess, more or less. So yeah, come flying in, hardcore style. I'm eventually gonna put in a dock right here. That's why this looks so open and not complete yet. We're gonna throw in a nice little dock right here. I'm kind of stoked for it. I think we're gonna put like a stone rim right here, just like one that goes up, and then it'll just transform into like wood the entire way. That's the intentions for later on. But yes, right on that same day, right? Because this is '06. No, this is '05. This is the day before. Hello. Do you like talking to the snow? Rude. Just talking to him. All right. But yeah. Oh no, it was the same day that we built the shulker farm, that we built this cactus farm. That's what it was. Just because I knew cactus farm would be really easy, really mellow and things, and it'd be really chill and whatnot. Let's see. The next thing I worked on then was expanding this just a little bit further, but before we ended up entirely expanding, we did build a slime farm. Yes, a slime farm underneath the bog. Underneath the bog, you say? Yes, sirree. Underneath the bog, I do say. And let's tear down this one little block here. And what's that? Oh, the beacon powers still work through this entire farm. That's right, dudes. We got slabs everywhere. I always come in here and get rid of these guys. They are the most annoying thing holding a freaking block. Like, get out of here. Yep. Go by, sir. Hope you die in the fall. But this thing also isn't the most efficient thing. I could add a whole another row of iron golems somewhere right here in the middle of these two chunks and the middle of these two chunks to try to like pull the ones that meander against the wall. But yeah, let me just go down here. This bad boy goes all the way down to a certain floor. It doesn't go all the way down to the bedrock level, and I've got reasons. Ow. I've got reasons for that. I want the mine carts to keep rocking and rolling. That's one of the big ones. So hopefully this thing's still working. I know I did a little updating to it. So what we did do. You guys hear a minecart moving? Hopefully I hear a minecart moving. Yeah, okay, there's one moving. Good thing. Alright, back to what I was saying. So this thing basically was set up where, as you can see, the kind of this border here, this is where we first had it out to, and then just on top of the magma. But that didn't work because we were missing out on a lot of this stuff here, right? A lot of this stuff here. I probably don't need the trapdoor there. You know, I'm actually gonna get rid of the trapdoor because that was kind of a lot of. Oh no. Oh no, they're probably angry now. Oh, let me just walk away and hope they're not all angry at me, because that would be kind of weird. That'd be definitely a weird way to go out. Let's get out of here. Okay. Oh, let me explain this slime farm a little bit better. You guys might be wondering, why the hell is there so much glow like in here? Well, since since we are in a swamp biome, slimes spawn on these floors, but they only spawn in light levels of 7 or lower. So glow lichen sends off a light level of 7, which is perfect. And yeah, so basically it prevents other mobs from spawning, but it makes sure that the slime can spawn. So it's genius. I'm actually utilizing all the applicable floors. I take a lot more damage with this turtle shell helmet on. A lot more than I thought I would. Okay, get myself up. And let's get myself up and out of here. Because we're finished with that's my complete slime farm. I have a second slime farm that I'm in the process of working on. Whenever I feel like I just mundanely want to, mine blocks. Especially cobbled deep slate. If I ever just want to neanderly do that, that's where I work on it. Let me show you where the entrance to this little slime farm is, because I would not be surprised if there are some villagers down here. Never mind, they would have definitely died from that fall. I kind of want to turn it into a slime block. Yeah, this one is 100% more efficient. But the sad part is it's only 2 chunks. We only have it done low enough to the cobblestone level, and I'm just starting to now do the deep slate level. But there's literally a mine shaft in the middle of this, which I think is hilarious, and I have done some layers down here. We have an opening over here because I do have fabric loader, which allows me to um, basically find caves and stuff like that by going into free cam, which is very, very helpful. But yeah, this is our second slime farm that we're working on. Crazy and, relatively speaking, potentially unnecessary. But hey, I think it's fun to mine blocks mindlessly when I get bored like that. Um, that's probably where a lot of these villagers have been disappearing to. They probably keep falling into the slime hole pit. Alright, so moving on. I want to say before I built this, which was built on the 14th, I think I went down here and built this little hole right here for our toolsmiths. I built a little toolsmith area. So I hope you guys enjoy this nice little pretty area I built for the toolsmiths. I really enjoy it. This was one of the builds I actually spent almost an entire stream on, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. But yeah, the next thing I then worked on, man, I should have went to the Wither Rose farm while I was out there, because I definitely have to show off that thing. Out there being the end. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna take a quick nap here so I can reset my spawn point. And you know, thank you for the nap in your bed. Preach, bruh, preach. And then I think the next one we made was the Armorers, which was, you know, I like this one a lot, but it doesn't have as much gusto as the other one did. I still like it a lot though, nevertheless. It's still a really good build. I think there's some things I need to do to kind of like make it look just a teensy bit better. But for now, I do enjoy the way it looks. It has a lot going on, and I do like that. And I think we built this up relatively speaking. Oh, I thought that was a slime for a second, Brass. You scared me. Let me take a little drink here. My mouth is very parched. All right. Yeah. The next thing we worked on was the Wither Rose farm. So, oh wait, hold on. Let me just show you this entire thing because I'm out here already, right? So, yeah, this is how this entire thing looks. You know, the heck. Nice. All right. So yeah, and this is their little back bedroom, which I think looks so dank. Dude, it looks so good. But yeah, it looks really nice back here. I'm actually super proud in this entire build here. Like, this is my style. You know, I really like the checkered board, and then the stripes. I'm actually kind of a fan of that kind of thing. And yeah, before we go anywhere crazy, let me show you where I get my slimes, because you know, you might be wondering, well, where do all these slimes go? And they go up here. Like, this is for the second slime farm. And you just saw some balls come up. That's always funny. And then down here, I'll use a little rocket to increase my rate to get down here. And we finished it on the 17th. Yep, that was when we finished it. So everything's all, you know, displayed here for you. Pretty sweet, if you ask me. Pretty sweet. I mean, I like how we constantly get slime in the bog, and it's just passively happening. Like, that's the mob that spawns. Another thing while I'm down here, may as well show it off because I'm remembering, and I'm not exactly sure when I made this path down here, but I noticed that there was a geode that we happened to stumble across while making despawn stuff. So if I can keep going, this is not the right path, but you know, this does get us to the geode. So this is where we get all of our like crystals and things like that, and clusters and stuff, you know. This is where we come down here for that. And I guess I could probably nab some more calcite, but you know, I'll just naturally get that as I'm breaking things and missing and whatnot. That's how I think about it. But yeah, this is where we get our thing to make tinted glass, which is not gonna lie, I need to make more things with tinted glass. I think I need to make I think that's what we're gonna make our witch farm out of is tinted glass. Like the things that aren't spawn spots, stuff like that. Okay, it doesn't look mad at me. That's good to hear. Um, let's see. The fastest way out is probably this way, if I'm being real. So yeah, we'll just use our little shortcut. And I kind of have things like open to what the environment used to be, because I think that's super cool. So like, you know, I left the farm open like this, just because I think it looks super neat. It's like different instead of like completely walling it off. If we happen to lose some slime, it's whatever. I still think it's super cool. So yeah. Ooh, redstone, and it's not deep slate. Give me these blocks. These blocks are beautiful. I'm gonna use these over at the one thing. Nice. I love picking them up. I'll pick you up too, but why not? Alright, so continuing on the tour. Hopefully not get too sidetracked now. Escaping out the second slime farm. I'm going to continue the tour and probably just, you know, finish off the bog side of things real fast, and then head over to the Wither Skeleton farm, and then we show off our final thing. Let me think in my entirety. I'm pretty sure I built this before building the cobblestone generator and the, what is it called? The leather workers home. Oh my goodness, my dude. What in the world has been going on in there? This thing really produces a lot of sugarcane. Which just might even be an understatement at this point. Let me put some stuff away real fast. Sorry for the delay in the video. Sorry about that, guys. I'll pick that up too. It's full. Yeah. So we built this. Where did I put the? Gosh, I gotta stop trying to put things in Easter egg locations. But I like putting things in Easter egg locations. It might be on top then, maybe, if I had to guess. If I were a betting man. Well, I built this at some point. I should say sugarcane farm number 3. Where in the world did I put that sign? I have this hardcore feeling it's inside the... There it is, there it is, there it is. So we built this, relatively speaking, newly. It's not even a whole month old. So yeah, with this cool sugarcane farm, and it's different from the other sugarcane farms I made because I'm using like 1 redstone instead of 2 redstone. Usually I use 2 redstone instead of just the 1, so it's a little more compact as well. The next thing I want to say we built, which I kind of glossed over, which was 100% this wheat farm. I definitely built that before the sugarcane farm. And let me tell you something about this wheat farm. It actually, I had to replace the villagers on the inside of it 3 times. Literally, 3 times. 3 of them. Can you believe that? They got struck by lightning, and they actually turned into witches. Like, they legitimately turned into witches. They got struck by lightning. So now I have got lightning rods scattered around the bog to make sure that, you know, my villagers aren't getting struck by lightning anymore. Happened all too often. Replaced them 3 times, guys. Goodness gracious. But moving on to the leather workers' home. This is our nice little leather workers' home. Obviously, the build's not completely done yet. We don't have the roof on. But yeah, I figured it'd be cool to get some leather eventually in the world. You know, that we could put on like armor stands and stuff. But these guys, I put what they sold me, and look how crappy of a taste they have. Excuse me, guy. I'm not trying to let you out. Look at this crappy taste. What? I mean, this guy might actually have a good taste. Like everything kind of flows on that one, but what are these closed? You guys are not that good at dressing people. What up? Whoa, what up, dude? You're a fisherman? What's up, dude? How you doing? I don't know where you became a fisherman from, but all right. There's a barrel somewhere around here. Oh, I know where, the sea pickle farm. All right, but this is my cobblestone generator, guys. This is where I get all of my cobblestone, and then I just pump it into the the mega farm. Yeah, we do that, and then bada bing, bada boom. We've got a bunch of stone. Not the mega farm, the mega furnace. Oh God, I forgot I had this here. Let's pick this up. Take it home. Unless, hold on, let me set it down again and look at the inside contents very fast. Let me see if there's anything I want to do here with this stuff. 5, 4, dripstone. Ooh, small drift leaf. Actually, gonna take these and put these somewhere. Got some ideas with these, but I'll be for another day. The next thing we built, I want to say, was after we built the cobblestone generator, got a whole bunch of cobblestone. I think it might have been the sea pickle farm. No, I don't think it was the sea pickle farm. I think it was the moss farm. The moss block farm for all the different, things like that. Like azaleas, carpets, flowering azaleas, moss blocks. I think that's it. But, this is our little... Where's the sign? Sign, I find a sign. It'll be somewhere, it's right here. Yeah, Moss and Things Farm. Gotta love how I called it the Moss and Things Farm. That's just genius. And then after making the Moss and Things Farm, I think we built the Sea Pickle Farm, and then we built this bridge here. We decorated the bridge, that is. I really like it. I don't know why. I really like it. Like, at first, I was kind of skeptical of it. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of like weirdly contrasting. But now, it has really grown on me, and I freaking love this thing. We got a little spiral going on here. Just looks pretty nice. It looks really nice. But moving on to the tour, we come into our turtle sanctuary slash farm. Mostly a farm. We'll probably make a better, yeah, it's definitely a scoop farm. So that's basically what it's for. It's basically a farm, yep. And I just really wanted more life in the bog, right? So now we got a whole bunch of turtles that live here. This is kind of their sanctuary, part of the farm. Of the bog, sorry, not the farm. Oh, Jesus, my nose is getting clogged. I need to drink something real quick. Thank you for being patient, guys. Alright, so, yeah, it's really simple farm, and it also just, like, if you ever breed a turtle, they'll come right into here and place their eggs, which is genius, so long as you don't have a beach next to it like this. That they might lay the eggs over here now that I've expanded the, because I have enough scoot. I don't need any more scoot. So, let's see. I gotta put this one away, too. But I'm not sure if there's some things I might expand on here. I think it might be a little done for now. But yeah, this is our turtle sanctuary farm thing, which is pretty... I really like it. I really like it. It feels very cozy. I think it needs, like, some grass or something on, like, on the beach here. But I don't know how to... I don't know what kind of sand that is. But, like, grass. Maybe I can place grass on it. I think that would help a lot. Make it look a little mossy. But yeah, back to the tour though. We're obviously going to be expanding more to the bog in the future. And let's see, fly up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's everything here for the bog. This is a little sea pickle farm. I forgot to mention that. We got a little fog here. I think I need to make the fog go lower though. That's the downside. I think it needs to go a little bit lower with the lights, and then it'll look maybe a little bit better. But yeah, it's my first time doing the fog effect, so yeah, it's a real simple farm too. Just show you guys how it works. And it's just simply like that, and then they just expand once you pick them up. That is, and I just leave everything in here. But yeah, that's the overworld. I believe that's everything. Oh, no, it's not. Hold on. I almost forgot a crucial farm that I made, relatively speaking, recently. Um, Actually, this definitely should be a part of the world tour. You might be wondering to yourself, why are there so many craters in the ground of this this desert? Like what caused that, bug? And it's charged creepers. If you guys didn't know, if a thunderstorm is happening, if you throw your trident in any biome, whether or not it's raining or not, it'll still work. The lightning bolt will still come down and strike. So the best place to get creepers, or creeper heads and charged creepers, would be the desert, right? Because that's where they spawn the most. I can't believe I didn't make that. So that's why we have a whole bunch of uh, holes in the desert. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious if you ask me. Wow, that's just a bunch of iron for shears. And here we've landed at our coral farm. And the reason why we made the coral farm here is I don't like taking away from the environment. That feels so weird to me. Except if I'm making a farm, then it's not weird to me. But I don't like destroying biomes. I don't like taking from the environment too much. I try to be sustainable by creating a farm that makes renewable resources, so I'm not removing from the beautiful Minecraft environment that is. So, with that being in mind, we built this beautiful farm here, which is our coral fan farm. I want to say that was the last farm we built, actually. And that might be it for 100% the overworld tour, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't mean to land in here. That's funny. Yeah. Let me out. Okay. And we're out. Okay. Let me think of what the last couple farms are. I think it's the Wither Rose farm is the last farm that I did not show on stream, which the reason why I didn't is it is kind of scuffed. It's just a little scuffed. Okay, look at all these craters. It's crazy. I always come here to go get mob heads. And that's literally Carpe Diem, seizing the day every single time there's a thunderstorm and it's nighttime. We are out here getting a new mob head if we can. We've also done a lot of searching for buried treasures. So a lot of the bog actually is very conduit powered. If you guys were wondering. I'm so glad it didn't rain in this 2000 days video. That is so PogChamp. At least so far, because we do live in a swamp where rain would spawn. And I also recently built these roofs. So as you can tell, a lot of our builds don't actually have any roofs, and that's a lot because I'm a little bit lazy and I want to get the farms all built. But let me give you a good look at the Wall of Appreciation, which is something I didn't entirely do all too well. Get a good look at that. Look at that bad boy. These are the people that were there in the beginning. And I need to add to the Wall of Appreciation. It's been a while. I kind of want to hit affiliate before we do add people, so it could be like more of a channel point redemption type thing. Because viewership is what matters more to me right now. If people are actually viewing and watching, and that's really what's going to get us to the goal that we have in mind, which is affiliate. And enough talking about that, though. Let's get back to the next thing of my base. I actually built this just before the 2000 days video, and Jesus, that looked so messed up. But yeah, we have a door to the bog finally. It's a little laggy. And that's probably has to do with all the hoppers in the area. But yeah, this is what our wall looks like. I like it. It might look weird to you, but I like it. That's what matters to me. So I hope you guys enjoy this wall here. And yeah, I think it's time to head on over to the end. Yeah, because that's I think every single farm, guys. I think I should probably check the nether side of things for another farm, because I'm pretty sure I don't have another farm. I don't have anything else in the world that I'm working on. I think this is literally all it. We've been trying to remove the lava lake with actual buckets because I think that'd be funny. So that's where we're gonna get a lot of our lava when we just need it on the fly. I'll eventually make a lava farm for high volumes of lava, that is. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let's go up here. I feel like going up here is probably the best for figuring out if I have any farms. Because I don't think I have any farms down here anymore. They would all be on the nether roof. Which, God, everything's a little laggy. I wonder if that's because, like, I need to delete more games and stuff like that. Because, Minecraft's getting really big. Let me think. I don't think there's anything in this direction. Let's open up the... Oh, it's at 22 already. Never mind. Okay, so this is the village. This is the gunpowder farm. Over there is the guardian farm. Let me fly over in this distance. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. God, this lag is real. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to delete some more video games. Give myself some more room. Oh, the cauldrons. That's right. Technically my powdered snow farm that I mentioned I would be showing off. Holy macaroni, what is going on here, dude? We are lagging some real good. Wow, wow, wow. Holy macaroni, what is going on here? I'm loading too much of the world too fast. Minecraft's like, bruh, stop. Alrighty. Here we are. So I'm pretty sure if I just literally go this way, we run right into it. So yeah, this will, oh geez, I only have 18 more rockets. Yeah, this will probably end the overworld portion after this, because I think that's literally it. That'll be with a 100% of the overworld. Flaming arrow, good sign. Look at all these cauldrons. Look at all these cauldrons. Look at this. This is our powdered snow farm. Yeah, powdered snow farm. And also where we're gonna come for polar bears. Which apparently you can't breed polar bears. And I was thoroughly confused by that. Definitely seems like a mob that would be breedable. But what do I know? What do I know? Very little. Okay. To either the nether or the end. I'm thinking I'm going to go to the... I think we are going to do the nether before we do the end. I think the end would probably be the best place to end. So yeah, I'll show off the current project that I'm working on that has taken like so much of my time that it's actually insane. That is actually insane, my dudes. Like, oh my god, it has taken like easily over 100 hours. Like easily. Mostly because I did it all wrong. But that's okay. I should have just used TNT duping from the start instead of blowing things up with TNT. But hey, you live and you learn when you're making nether perimeters, and I might never do it again, so I learned something that I can spread to other people. Or, you know, let them know, you know, just go straight for TNT duping, don't try to... It's just the fastest way. And I passed the hole I made in the nether roof. Since I only have one, I should probably make a couple more. I really should make a couple more. If you guys were wondering how I got all those turtles, all those frogs, it was this little pathway right here. That's how we got all the frogs over to the bastion. It's just right through the nether roof. Somewhat. Somewhat. Alright, so let's base jump out here into the nether, and this, I think I don't even need to use any rockets to get all the way over there. I think it's kind of that close-ish. So, here is the massively Giga Chad project that we've been working on off-stream and on-stream for the longest time. This is it. This is it. This is insane, isn't it? Look at the scale. Look at the size of this. Look at this. This is... And, oh my gosh, don't get me started on the gas, guys. Don't get me started on the gas. But yeah, up here we had to start with our first level of TNT dupers, which... Man, I was so sad I had to make more. A whole nother layer, because it took so long to make the TNT. I thought this dude was green, and it was a creeper. 100%, that's what I thought. Back to this. Hopefully I don't get stuck up there. That would end the series right there. So yeah, I did the first perimeter like this because, you know, it was just easier to place them down. But for the second layer, I curved it because I wanted it to make sure I got every little explosive out there, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it is a sphere that I need to despawn. So, I went really heavily into the sphere aspect of it. But this lone obsidian is where the middle of the farm is. This is our center point right here, ladies and gents. And yeah, look at this is a thumbnail right here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're going to be here for a second. This is just massive. And if you guys were wondering, everything behind me, like that you see on screen that has no lava, yeah, that had lava. That had lava. Yes. That was full of lava. It was wicked, but like, oh my gosh. And just so we have it in the video, may as well hit you guys with the stats, right? Just so it's in the video. Alright, you know what? The best way to do this is look for the... There it is. Nope, that's sand. 80,000 sand? Jesus. Stressed out. I'm stressed out. Oh! What? That's a lot of netherrack. 77,000, guys. 77,000 scaffolding placed. No, these are mine and I'm leaving. Leave me alone. I'm not here to work on this. Alright. Now it's time to go to the last... Oh, wow, I got more fireworks. After this, we're actually stranded if we don't have any more fireworks. Alright, to the end to show off the last farm for the 200 days detailed tour. Man, I really hope you guys enjoyed the tour so far. I've done my greatest to explain how we went through everything. There is something I do want to say that I just remembered. While making the Froglight farm, we actually popped a totem there. We were working inside of it to remove an extra block, and it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it to remove the extra block because we ended up replacing it back. And while we were in there, the magma cubes kind of pinned us against the wall for a quick second, and we were able to break the glass to jump through. And oh boy, but we did break a totem. The biggest upside of that whole thing is that of popping the totem and getting hit by a magma cube is that you do get that fire resistance. I'm not sure if that helps at all when taking damage from a magma cube. If it does, then that helped, but I don't think it did. But nevertheless, yeah, that happened, and it was very Sketchmaster flex. Please tell me I'm going in the right direction. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so lastly, what we have here is our Wither Rose farm. As you saw the boss bar light up, we have a Wither right in there, and he's just chilling. Okay, I'm gonna fly this way. And then we fly up here. So basically, this is where a bunch of Endermen spawn. This is their spawning platform. We got an Endermite down here, who, like... Crap, I think I looked at that guy. Yeah, I looked at that guy. Crap. Alright, and this is where we chill. And then, crap, I completely forgot to look at one of the signs. I'm gonna have to go back to the nether fort, that nether, area, because that just reminded me. Wither Rose Farm, rest in peace, netherite. Now you guys might be wondering, rest in peace, netherite, what does that mean? Well, it means that I lost an entire set of netherite armor. Yes, you might be wondering, what? How does someone lose an entire set of netherite armor, Bog? And it's because I had it in a shulker box, and when I broke the shulker box, it flowed into the void via the water that was placed down. It was very tragic, I must say. It was very, very tragic. So we do not have our set of nether. Oh my god, you're still alive? There we go. But yeah, this is the farm. This is close to the end of the tour. Yeah, that basically that for a lack of better terms does kind of do it for the tour, guys. I'm gonna go show you the last thing that I planned on showing, which was another rest in peace sign that happened while I was working on the Nether Fort project. One of my shulker boxes, when I broke it, it had fallen into lava, and I'm usually very careful, guys. I know what you're thinking, Bog, you gotta be more careful, dog. And I'm like, yes, you are right, my dudes. You are 100% right, my guys. But the Bogsters know best, right? It's just, sometimes it happens, you know? And sometimes you put your axe in there and you lose your axe, and sometimes you put your pickaxe in there and you lose your pickaxe. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Even good old Bog. But, you know, we have enough ancient debris. Doesn't matter. So, yeah. Alright, yeah, so we're going to go there quickly as you can. We're just going to shove that off really fast. Because that defines, you know, that defines a very historical moment, in my opinion, in the Bog. Is just straight losing a piece of armor or a piece of gear or weaponry or anything. Like, I feel like that's very, like, because we named everything in our world, right? So, like, losing that kind of stuff, it does really suck. It's almost like we died. But, oh my god, what is going on here? Why is it so choppy? Whoa, my goodness, what the hell? Hello? Jesus, dude, we are lagging like crazy. Yeah, I think we gotta delete some games. Alright, that's probably what we're gonna do after this stream, is probably delete some games, give ourselves some more room. Yikes, I didn't think we were gonna lag this hardcore. Sorry for all the lag, guys. I feel terrible. There's not much I can say during that other than I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't ruin the video for you guys, and I hope you stuck around to the end of the video to check out what I'm talking about here. Like, what is Bog talking about with this sign thing, right? Also, I gotta find it, but it's kind of hard when things are lagging. Crazy cats. I thought it was right there. Okay, I found it. Alright, so this is rest in peace to Tarek and Abaddon, our axe and our pickaxe. So now we got our new axe Halgan and our new new pickaxe. Give me just a moment here, everyone. Grim. We got Grim, our curse of vanishing. It's got an extra enchant, alright? Oh jeez. Alright, yeah, but that's gonna have to do it for the world tour, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed the world tour. I'm gonna get back to doing some hardcore things as maybe work on this farm. I might. I don't know if I'm thinking about maybe streaming some more. Not 100% sure. But I did want to say thank you. For, you know, for the tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I don't think I'll be rating anyone because it's mostly for the video, but thank you. And you've been released from the bog. Have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye, guys. See you in the